Okay, Alex, here's our target we're going to use for shooting to see where the Crosman is sighted before we shoot our chronograph. So we'll be able to tell where it's hitting, and we may even have to adjust the sights a little bit.
Yep.
And we're going to shoot 4 shots, with 2 different types of pellets, and I'll show those in a minute. So you'll shoot 1 shot here, or a couple of shots here, a couple of shots there, a couple of shots here, a couple of shots there, because this would be for a single large caliber in the middle. We're going to do 4 small calibers. So the 2 types of pellets we will be testing today are the Crosman Rocket Superior. And you can see they have these little, it's almost like a BB implanted in the end of it. That's kind of cool. And the other one is just your standard Crosman, it does say Destroyer. Oh, that's right, these are the little hunting pellets that have the tips on them. They're pretty cool. So we're going to put these against each other in our sim test block, but first we're going to make sure we're hitting properly above the chronograph. This is the Crosman 1077AS. It has this kit that allows you to put the 88 gram gas tubes on it. Now let's pull that sleeve back. That's just a decorative sleeve.
88 grams CO2.
Yeah.
It says right there.
And I just had to order those. We just ran out. The other neat feature is this magazine that has a rotary clip built into it, and it has this little slide lock. You slide that back, you take it out, and you can put 12 rounds in it. So I have the little hunting pellets. So we're going to shoot a magazine of these at our target. We're going to get our sights kind of adjusted because we only have a 6-inch square window. So I want to get 2 tests in on that 6-inch square. You have to be the marksman today, okay? Our chronograph is the ProChrono Digital. And I've got my little flip camera here. So what we're going to try to do is shoot over the chronograph onto the target and kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Let's see. Okay, Alex, are you ready?
I'm ready.
You're going to shoot for that top
left. Yeah.
Left. Get lined up. Fire 1 shot, and we'll see if the chronograph is working.
Where did that go?
Did it read? Okay, so Alex, that first shot looked pretty good. Now what I'm going to do is zoom in on the target. That looks really good. So go ahead and take another couple of shots at that target. And don't take too much time in between because, oh, that was right on. You basically hit the other hole. Okay, that's great. Now take a few shots at the bottom. Now take a good aim on those bottom ones because you're shooting right over the top of the chronograph.
Bottom left.
Yeah, bottom left. Good job. Okay, now go to the top right. Okay, that's good. I'm impressed with that. I think it's advertised at like 650 or 600. And it looked like we were getting around 600. Oops, sorry. That's some good shooting. Okay, now it's time for the sim test media. Are you up for the challenge?
Sure.
What we have there is 1 sexy block of sim test media, Alex.
Yep. It's all gooey. It's like Jello.
It's ballistic gelatin.
Way stronger.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
I want to really thank Tommy 10 Outdoors 9 for giving us his this hand-me-down block.
This stuff is expensive.
Yeah, it is. That's probably $300 sitting there on the table.
Yeah.
So what we have to do is take a big knife. Some of you may recognize this machete. That was one of the first things, leather projects I made. And we got to make this front even. So, you know what? You might have to have a sharper knife than what I have. Don't drop it on the ground. Oh.
I didn't.
Oh.
I didn't. It was already like that. It was just, I didn't mean to. Oh no.
Oh well, we're gonna have to strain it. It's okay. That's all right. We'll shave this off a little bit. Yeah, that's your allowance.
No.
That's not a very clean cut.
It's okay. It's
I may go get a better knife.
It only needs a little bit more right here.
We need one of Mom's butcher knives.
Oh, I know. After we messed up her tongs, now we're gonna mess up her butcher knife.
We gotta do something before it melts. No, it should be pretty stable.
Hands are all sticky.
Let's see. I don't know. People will say that's too rough. It's not a good test, so we better smooth it up some. Okay, so we're going to calibrate the sim test media, and Alex has the Nut and Fancy Special Edition BB Red Ryder BB gun. So you ready, Alex?
Ready.
We're going to put 4 shots into it just to get a good average. You're going to go what, top left first?
Yep.
Yeah, aim a little bit lower.
Alright.
Alright, what we'll do now is turn it around and shoot the pellets into it. Okay, so now we're going to shoot the Gammo extra penetration. What are they called, Alex?
Yeah.
Super penetration.
Accuracy.
Accuracy super duper pellets into the sim test media. Okay, good. That's perfect. So now we're going to we'll try the other pellets. Okay, so now we're going to try the Crosman hunting pellets into the sim media. Okay, Alex, show us how those go in there.
Goes like this.
You slide the little slide over.
And then you lock it into place.
There you go. Now, slide it in there. Lock it into the pellet rifle. It's all black, you can't really see it.
Squeeze this.
Squeeze a little side.
Slide it down.
Yep, okay. Alright, so get lined up and then let me get the camera mounted. Okay, Alex, now this time you're going to shoot kind of on the right hand side with those pellets, okay? Okay. Let me show you where I want to put one. Right here.
Oh.
I think you hit the other one. Go a little bit lower. Okay, that should be good. Let's dig those out. Okay, I forgot the exact dimensions that we're supposed to have. I think it's a little over 3 inches. So what we're going to do is we're going to find our BBs first to see how we're calibrated. So Alex, you want to take a guess? Well, we don't have to guess. Why don't you make a little? Let's go at about 3.5 inches first, and we'll just cut that off. We'll make a mark there.
All right.
And then we'll make a mark here. Try to do this halfway scientific. And then we'll make a mark. Scribe me a mark all the way across there. You don't have to go very deep, just scribe a mark. Okay, now, let me see if I can just cut it. I think I figured out a technique where you kind of pull it open a little bit and just kind of slice it. That way it's under tension. Okay, so that was 3.5 inches. I don't see any BBs yet, so let's cut off another 1/2 inch. That would be like 3 inches. I should have called Tommy and asked him what his technique was. I don't see any BBs yet. The thing is, if our BBs are not moving at the right speed, they're not going to go in as far. So we'll have to look at our speed, you know, our feet per second on our BBs. Well, this is getting kind of nasty, so let me see if I can find them, and we'll be right back. Aha! We found BBs. The problem is that they're only at about 1.5 inches, well, 1.25 inches deep. So I must consult Tommy about this.
I can see them there.
There they are. So I don't see any expansion there, do you?
No.
That was a joke. Now this is our first time, so we may not be doing this properly, but I'll put this back together the way it was and show you where this chunk was in here, like that, and it was just like that. And right here, right there's where we found the BBs. Okay, so here's our penetration points for the pellets. So Alex, you want to take a guess at what depth they might be? If the BBs...
Farther than the BBs.
Yeah, if the BB was going about 300 and the pellet was going about 600, you think it's going to be at 3 inches?
I'd say about 3 inches.
Yeah, let's start at 3 inches again. There's kind of a trick to this. You don't really do a slicing motion. It's more of a pull. I know one thing, it's starting to melt. Okay, that was at 3 inches. I don't see any bullet tracks. Let's come back to the 2-inch mark. How about that?
Right.
We'll cut that off. This is not easy. I think we need to consult Tommy and find out what kind of knife he uses. It may be that, Alex, since the pellets are bigger, that they display, you know, they meet more mass as they're coming in. You know, sometimes a smaller bullet will penetrate further, but it doesn't carry as much energy. So we may actually find them close to the same spot.
Where the heck is it?
Aha! I found one.
Woo! Oh, there's one. There we go.
There's one right there.
And there.
Oh, look. Here's a track, too. Let's try to put that back. That's still at about the 1.5 inch mark. So can you see that, Alex?
Yep.
Now that was the hunting. Make sure it stays focused, okay? Don't let it go, don't get so close that it goes unfocused.
It won't.
Okay. Now that is the hunting. Now I'm noticing a different shape there, or is that the same shape?
It's the same shape.
Is it? Here's one right here. Which one is that? Again, that's the hunting pellet. There. Okay, look here. There's another hunting pellet. Holy cow, am I seeing a hole right there? Is that a hole? Wow. Let's see if we got any more. Well, we got most of these pellets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And one of these was a. You know what, Alex? I think we got to go deeper.
Okay.
Look here, Alex. There's a hole right here. All right, so this was at the 3-inch mark, and I think I found. That's in at another inch. This is messy, Alex.
Yeah.
Let me see. No, it's only a 1/2 inch. Okay, so that's 3.5 inches. Okay. And aha, here's another one. So it's pretty consistent. That's about 3/4 of an inch. I actually have a new appreciation for 10 Outdoors 9 because this is difficult media to work with, and it starts. These were our penetration points. It starts melting in any kind of decent heat, and it's only like 80 degrees. I can't imagine him doing this when it was like 90. So Alex, what did you learn anything?
That this stuff is very gooey and falls apart easily, as you can see by this giant pile.
What about the pellets? What did we learn about the pellets?
Well, these, even though they are faster, since they're bigger, they go in at about the same depth as the BBs, almost, I guess.
These actually penetrated further than these, right?
Right.
These two penetrated further, so they do actually do as they're advertised. I was quite surprised. Well, thanks a lot, guys. We're going to try to get this mess cleaned up, and maybe I'll do some results here at the end. But right now I'm going to go wash my hands. I'll tell you, one of the most interesting things I found about this test was the expansion of the Crosman Destroyer pellets. You can see here, there's 2 original pellets, and then here's 2 that were shot into the sim test media. So they do a pretty good job, and this is what I was trying to explain to Alex. This is why they don't penetrate as far, because they have that expanding head. As far as the rocket pellets, this one was shot into the media, and this is a standard, out of the box, so there was no expansion on those. So I was getting readings of 0.215, 0.217. That's about 22-23% expansion. That's pretty good. Here's the data I collected today. I'll try to make this brief. I know this video is very long. Here's the Crosman BB, 1.77 caliber, 5.1 grains, and I shot it out of the Daisy Red Ryder at a distance of 10 feet, and my average velocity was 280 feet per second, and that gave us almost a 1 foot-pound of force, 0.89, and of course we did produce 1.2 joules. The important thing here is the penetration, which was 1.25 inches, and also the expansion, which was basically 0 for the BB. Then we moved to the Crosman Destroyer pellet, which is also a .177 caliber, a little heavier bullet at 7.9 grains. I shot it out of the Crosman 1077 AS at 10 feet again, and our average velocity there was 607 feet per second. And we're producing a little more energy here at 6.46 foot-pounds, 8.76 joules, and we got a 1.5 inches of penetration there with that destroyer. And the reason for that is that even though it's moving faster, it has that expanding head on it, and an amazing 0.216 expansion from this 0.177. So that's pretty good. That's the 22.5% expansion rate there. So then the last bullet I tested today was the Crosman Rocket pellet. It's also 0.177 caliber, a big 9.6 grain bullet with the Crosman 1077AS again as the rifle, the distance of 10 feet, and again the average feet per second was the same as the first pellet, but since we have a bigger bullet we get more foot-pounds of force, 7.85, 10.65 joules. And the penetration was a lot better here. You've got 3.75 inches. And those bullets are not made to expand, so there was zero expansion. They are made for penetration. So I really appreciate you guys. If you made it all the way to the end of this video, I really appreciate you watching. I'll try to make them shorter in the future. I just wanted to get all three of these bullets on the same video because they were similar. And I especially wanted to compare these two pellets here. Thanks a lot, guys.